guys, Brian Rector here, head football coach at Centennial High School. Welcome back again this week to thecougarnation.com. We're here the week of September 10th. We have a home game this Friday. An away game this Friday versus the Independence Eagles. It's our second district game. Very important. Before we move on to that in the game preview segment, I'd like to talk a little bit about our third game, which fortunately was a win for us. So that puts us at 3-0, and that's great. It was versus the Antioch Bears. I think a week ago I was here telling you how many problems that they present to us as a team, especially our defense, and that definitely came true. We had to fight pretty much the whole game to win this one. My hat is off to the Antioch Bears. They fought the entire game, never gave up, and we were able to come out on top 31-20. I feel like overall we executed pretty well on special teams, offense, and defense, but a few plays here and there, and that sets you back a couple of touchdowns. Antioch was tough to defend consistently. We might get them to 3 and out 2 or 3 times, but then they have a drive where they pop one for 40 or 50 or 60, and one time, unfortunately, number 6 went for 80 all the way into the end zone. So we need to do a better job, obviously, of preventing the big play so that we can get the defense off the field and put the offense back out there. Our special guest this week is our offensive line coach, assistant head coach, and run game coordinator. He wears a lot of hats. That's a lot of titles right there. He doesn't get paid any extra for any of them, but he's a great guy, an excellent teacher. Our offensive line coach, assistant head coach, Tom Shuman, and he's going to give us his take on our performance offensively versus the Bears as well. Coach Shuman?
Thanks, Coach. I thought we did a pretty good job executing the game plan we had. They threw some wrinkles at us, and my hat's off to Coach Woodward and the Antioch staff. They have some excellent football players on the defensive side of the ball. Number 72, number 60 presented problems with us. We kind of knew that going in, that they were pretty doggone good football players, and they didn't disappoint Friday night. We had a couple of wrinkles for them, though. We had a slow screen put into our number 7, Scotty Fleming, that we got on them twice, kind of counteract their aggressiveness up front, and also a draw play that Coach Rector came up with last week worked extremely well. And we popped that one for about 80 on them, and really helped us out in our rushing stats. But we're throwing the ball, spreading the ball around really well. You look at our year-to-date stats, we have to be pleased with the fact that we're really balanced in our pass-run ratio. We're really balanced in who we're getting the ball to over there, and we're protecting the quarterback pretty well right now. And we had to do that with screen and draw action last week. We've only given up, I think, 3 sacks on the year, and we're throwing the ball 60 times, and so giving up only 3 sacks, that's pretty good. And we're finding ways to run the ball. We haven't been dominant on the offensive line like you'd like to be, but we're finding ways to get our rushing production up. And we jetted Bailey across the formation a couple times last week and got some big runs, and got the big draw plays on 3rd and long. So we're converting on 3rd and longs. We're still staying ahead of the sticks for the most part, and when it comes right down to it, doggone, we're making plays when we have to make plays. For the most part, we let 3 to 10 points on the field last week, and you hate to see that as an offensive guy, be able to drive the length of the field, and then you miss that doggone field goal, and then another time, we come up empty. Would have been a nice catch, would have been a great catch, but we just go out of bounds on the play action pass down there, and the time before that, the ball gets knocked out of Bailey's hands when we had it in his hands down there. So you hate to see stuff like that, but what you do like to see is we're playing really fast on offense, and the quarterback's executing, and we're giving him time to throw the ball, and things are just going pretty well. So we're averaging like 33 points a game. You have to be happy as an offensive line coach to be producing like that.
All right. Well, Coach, I've always said Coach is the best in the business, especially at the offensive line position. But he's got a brilliant mind. And Coach Shuman is a special ed teacher here at Centennial, and he is probably, along being maybe one of the best football coaches I've been around. I think hands down he's the best teacher. We often joke that he can just generally sniff at a kid's direction and improve his ACT scores by about 2 points. So we've got a lot of work to do on that end of things too. But Coach Shuman does a great job for us and was a big part of last week's win. So we're 3-0, and of course we go to Independence next week. And we're looking to hopefully come back here a week from now with a lot of good news as well. It'll be a very tough one, a big, huge challenge for us. But I know that our team, our community, and our school will be up to the challenge. Thanks a bunch for joining us on this segment, and we will see everybody again next week.